we are looking at simplifying this expression. And this is a quadratic expression on top and on bottom. And when we do these, we're looking at factoring the top and the bottom and seeing if they have anything there that we can cross off and try to reduce it a little bit. So remember, when we factor these, we're looking for two numbers that multiply together to give me my c. In this case, it's -5. But add together to give me my b, in this case, which is 4. So I'm just focusing on just this top one right at the moment. So I look at my factors of -5 and 4, and I know that it can be -5 and 1. And that doesn't work, though, because if we add that together, that would give me a -4. But I know that I can do 5 and -5 and -1 would work. Okay, so whenever I'm going to write that one, I'm going to go m plus 5 times m minus 1. And I can always look at this, okay, 5 times -1 gives me -5, 5 plus -1 gives me a +4, so I'm okay there. Alright, so now we've got to factor the bottom one. I've got to look at two numbers that multiply together to give me 1, but add together to give me -2. And on this one, I look at my factors. My factors of 1 are either 1 and 1, or -1 and -1. So between these, I figure out that it's the -1 times -1 would give me the -2 if I were to add those two together. So on bottom, I'm going to have m minus 1 times m minus 1. So then I look at this one, and I look to see if there's anything on top and bottom here that I can cancel. I notice that I've got an m minus 1 on bottom and an m minus 1 on top. So as long as it's the entire quantity, I can cross those off. So that one's gone, and that one's gone. So here's essentially what I'm left with. I've got this m plus 5 on top and an m minus 1 on bottom. Now, we do have an m on top and bottom. However, we cannot cross those off. Those are not... It has to have a multiplication in between them, similar to what we do right here. So my answer on this one is just going to be m... we'll do it in black. I've got an m plus 5 all over an m minus 1. And that would be my answer on this particular one.